Only on Fox, it can be overwhelming. The transition from high school to college, where teenagers are suddenly expected to act like adults.
Recent studies show an alarming increase in student depression and suicide. Class loads, part-time work to pay off fees, and crippling student loan debt can be overwhelming. But there is help if students have the means and the will to ask.
The biggest transition for me moving to college was just how that changed my life.
18-year-old Tristan is a freshman at Arizona State University, but his bout with depression and suicidal thoughts began at a much younger age.
I had just moved to a new school in 6th grade.
He attended 3 different schools in 3 years, and it was too much.
I began to think about suicide. Unfortunately, it's not uncommon for teenagers to have those thoughts of suicide.
In the past 15 years, depression has doubled and suicide tripled for U.S. college students. That's according to a study by the Anxiety Disorders Association of America.
In fact, in one study with the University of California, incoming freshmen were showing the lowest rates of self-reported emotional health that they had seen in 5 decades.
Sandra McNally is a prevention manager with Impact Suicide Prevention Center. She's seen depression and suicide develop at a much younger age.
We see it actually with elementary school and middle school students as well. They get to college, it seems like a lot of young adults lack the coping skills, lack the resiliency to be able to feel good about themselves.
ASU took some heat in the media recently for closing its campus mental health clinic in Tempe. We asked them for an on-camera interview. They declined, sending us a statement saying, in part, in cases when a student needs the specialized assistance of a psychiatrist, ASU Health and Counseling Services guide the student to a provider from our extensive network of local psychiatrists. In other words, students are referred to off-campus psychiatric care.
I think it is important that students have those resources, and I am glad that they at least have those counseling resources and a health center on campus that can at least make those referrals.
The move does seem to buck the trend of having more mental health care on campus. The Wall Street Journal recently reporting more universities are opening psychiatric centers on campus due to increases in depression and anxiety.
If institutions are savvy enough to say, hey, if we can provide some intervention services, we're really going to save lives down the road.
Of the 14,000 calls a year we get, 1 in 3 of those calls is from a kid who is thinking about giving up and who is giving up hope.
Nikki Kontz is the clinical director for Teen Lifeline, where teenage volunteers take calls from other teenagers who need help.
Teens really prefer to talk to other teens about problems that they're having.
To battle depression and the risk of suicide, she says college students need stronger coping skills.
For adolescents 18 to 24 years old, they don't even know how to make doctor's appointments by themselves. They've always had their families doing that, their parents, but now they're expected to be adults.
And she adds they need something to fall back on, something besides schoolwork.
They're still kids. They're still kids. They still need a break.
I think it is especially hard for teenagers sometimes to identify people in their life who they really feel like they can talk to about this.
Tristan's parents got him the help he needed, and he has since turned his depression and thoughts of suicide into a positive. Besides studying social work at ASU, he's also a Teen Lifeline volunteer.
If they're calling me, they don't really have anyone else in their life who's going to just let them talk.
And he can relate to issues that college freshmen are dealing with.
They see suicide as an option because they feel so overwhelmed, so trapped by all of the issues in their life that they just cannot see another way out.
But he wants everyone to know that no matter the school, the age, the circumstances causing depression, there's help out there.
There's always someone there who is going to talk to you, who's not going to judge you. And remember that you're not alone in this, and that there are people who will help, who will care.
Well, we have phone numbers and links to Teen Lifeline and Impact Suicide Prevention Center on our website with tonight's story. It's on fox10phoenix.com. And we also have more of the signs of depression and suicide on our Facebook page, facebook.com/fox10phoenix.